Part 1 of the Race to Space, the Satellites. Welcome to this Race to Space presentation featuring Sputnik, Explorer, Mercury, Gemini, Saturn V, and the Moon. Shown are the design features of the Gemini escape system and its explosive power-turning devices designed and produced by Ordnance Associates of South Pasadena, California. In 1957, the space race was on, with the U.S. and Russia attempting to put their first satellite in orbit. The Russians called their satellite Sputnik. The U.S. called theirs Explorer. The U.S. attempted to launch their satellite with an unproven liquid rocket called the Vanguard. They also had a proven military solid-state rocket called the Redstone, developed by the rocket scientist Wernher von Braun. The Vanguard was chosen apparently because of political reasons that proved to be disastrous and provided the Russians to be the first in space, which gave the world the perception that the Russians were number one in the space race. Sputnik is shown on the following page. Then on April 12, 1961, aboard the spacecraft Vostok 1, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human being to travel into space. Then Soviet cosmonaut Herman Titov on August 6, 1961 became the second human being to orbit the Earth aboard Vostok 2. Shown is Sputnik. Shown is the Vanguard rocket exploding on the launch pad, which occurred numerous times. The U.S. eventually abandoned the Vanguard rocket and successfully launched the Explorer with the Redstone rocket at the urging of rocket scientist Wernher von Braun. Shown is Wernher von Braun, far right and broadly grinning, while holding Explorer 1, with two other scientists. At left is Dr. William H. Pickering, former director of JPL, which built and operated the satellite, and Dr. James Van Allen, Center of the State University of Iowa, who designed and built the instrument on the Explorer that discovered the radiation belts, which circle the Earth, more commonly known as the Van Allen radiation belts. Part 2 of the Race to Space, the Mercury spacecraft. Shown in the photograph is the Mercury spacecraft with the Redstone rocket on the launch pad. Attached to the Mercury spacecraft is an escape rocket, which carries the spacecraft away from the launch pad in the event of an emergency. The Mercury spacecraft was designed for one astronaut. Then on February 20th, 1962, with the Mercury spacecraft, NASA launched an astronaut into orbit around the Earth. John Glenn was the astronaut, and he was the third human being to orbit the Earth. John Glenn lifted off Cape Canaveral in the Mercury spacecraft named Friendship 7 and circled the Earth 3 times. Part 3 of the Race to Space, the Gemini spacecraft. Shown as the Gemini spacecraft was designed for 2 astronauts. The Gemini spacecraft was designed with an astronaut seat ejection system instead of an escape tower. Later in the presentation, 2 test videos of the Gemini seat ejection system will be shown, along with its pyrotechnic devices. Shown on the following page is a pictorial illustration of the seat man separation seat. Gemini ejection seat. Notations show the design features and ordnance devices. Part 4 of the Race to Space shows the operation of the seat man emergency escape system. In the forthcoming videos, an astronaut test mannequin was used. One of the test videos will show a failure of the lap belt release mechanism, locking the astronaut in his seat. At first, the failure was believed to be due to an inspection not being performed to the system before test. However, the test engineer took issue of the idea that the lack of inspection contributed to the failure and cited Dr. Edwards Deming, the father of equality evolution. The test engineer reasoned that an inspection of the seat would not have revealed the faulty design of the release mechanism. Only a test and analysis would reveal the faulty design. An investigation took place, and it was determined that a side load on the release mechanism caused the failure. A design modification was put in place. It is believed that the thorough testing of the Gemini systems contributed to the success of the Apollo mission. It might be noted that the world's belief that the Russians were #1 in the space race following Sputnik and the 2 Soviet cosmonauts that orbited the Earth was short-lived. This is because of the rocket scientist Werner von Braun, the Saturn V rocket, along with the military pilots who became astronauts and walked on the moon and successfully accomplished their mission, along with the thousands of other Americans who diligently worked on the space program.